It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens.
They got out 6 minutes. What you still putting on 6 minutes? Shit, that's a long time.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
I'll give you the opportunity. On this one time, though. Only this one time.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down.
Fuck ass nigga coming in here.
Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
I know there'd be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To try again after the sack. Rodgers. That's taken in by Watson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Jones going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got through, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Jones again, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
He did not make it to the 20. Yeah.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown. Right?
I wish he would try to run that ball with their fucking quarterback.
Get a couple of first downs.
He in the read option already. Trying to see what we're going to do.
Settle down and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Shit.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now it's Jackson. Complete to Likely. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Ray, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 38 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Jones. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hey, report! Report!
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens are back within a score. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened them up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Nixon now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run once more with Dillon. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw, it's Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of it?
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught inside the 5. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Duvernay now going to bring it out. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Jackson's going to try the sneak.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
Jackson going to run again. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers caught by Cobb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Randall Cobb. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, report! Report!
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Dancing to his left. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 34 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rodgers with the give. It's Aaron Jones. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second and 9. Rodgers out of the backfield. This is Aaron Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Up the middle, Jones. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And Crosby's kick is good. The veteran Mason Crosby comes through like he's done so many times before. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3...